If you were a man from Mars, you would probably be deeply familiar with Channel 27. Channel 27 is Albuquerque's public access station. Public access is not to be confused with public television. My grandmother is very proud of me because I'm apparently working for the people who produce Sesame Street. I'm not. Public access, by contrast, is where you find everything else that the major networks won't take. So you get everything from the Reverend Butler, who tapes his own church services, to Don Schrader, who tells you the best way to achieve simple living while wearing a penis pouch for an entire hour. Everyone at Channel 27 has definitely taken care of me. When I first came here, Margaret was explaining to one of our producers that I'd come all the way from Ohio, and I was an intern. It was my first time away from home. This preacher, really tall preacher named Reverend Butler, and she's explaining this to him, and he just looked at me and said, "Oh, we'll be your family, honey." So co-op is designed to give us liberal arts majors the same types of opportunities that someone in, say, an engineering school would have. We go to school year-round so that we can graduate on time and still have time to travel someplace for an internship every 4 months. So when I go back to school in 3 weeks, if I don't barricade myself into the apartment and make them tear me out, then I will be returning to study, and I will leave on another co-op in the fall. The first time I walked into a mixed ability class, I looked around and wondered why I was in the GIMP class. Where were all the people like me? I've spent most of my life, all of my life really, around able-bodied people. I was always in integrated school, and so the number one question for me was, well, how can I change this so that I fit into it? I have cerebral palsy. My kind is spastic diplegia, which means that all 4 of my limbs, both arms and both legs, are affected. But my legs are affected more severely than my arms. And cerebral palsy means that your muscles are doing what they're supposed to be doing, but your brain is sending them the wrong messages. I was born 3 months early. If you see baby pictures of me, I look like a small monkey because I'm all wrinkled and I still have hair on my back. And so because I was born so early and because I had brain hemorrhaging during my birth, I contracted I don't know if contracted is the right word, because you contract an illness, you don't contract a condition. I have cerebral palsy. One of the charms of cerebral palsy is that your body does not like intensely concentrated tasks. I'll get what are called intention tremors, and that means that my muscles are trying so hard to stay in the spot that they're supposed to stay in that they start to shake. And then you spill your cup of tea. I have limited control over it. I can guess when it's going to happen. I'm hesitating to say I don't have any control because then people tend to think that it's like a seizure and they'll run to help you. And you don't really need help. It passes. It's just that your body doesn't like what it's being told to do at the moment. One of the preschools that I visited was a preschool for the physically and emotionally disabled. She and I had some problems with the administration, and eventually they told her, you can pull her out of school if you want to, but she'll be right back here when she goes into the 1st grade. And my mother said, no, she won't. She's going to school. And she took me to school, and I've been going to school ever since. Michael and I can say this, he won't mind, are both severely evil people. We love to play with the world and see if we can get it to be as corrupt as we are. But I believe that I actually started that, but I had to, as the intern, learn how to run Master Control. And I very quickly learned that Michael was the master in Master Control. So, since their shelves for tapes are too high for me, most of them, I went to Michael and I said, I want to learn how to run Master Control myself. I know I need to run Master Control by myself to be a good intern. But you need to move the tapes down. Or I can stand at the shelf if it's steady enough for me to lean on, and I can take the tapes down. But I'm pretty short, so that still might not work. And Michael stays really quiet when he's absorbing things. And I'm not used to that. I like it, but I'm not used to it because people tend to jump towards you and be ready to coddle you or help you. So he's just absorbing this, and I'm not sure quite how he's absorbing it. So I say, I'm really sorry, but it's a GIMP thing. I can't stand up and grab it. And he goes, did you just use the word GIMP? And I said, yeah, and I'm ready to apologize because I'm not allowed to refer to myself as a GIMP at Auntie. And he said, that's beautiful. You're my GIMP. And I am.